the Oceanside City bus terminal down here. They had some, I think some altercation. Something about a guy with a sledgehammer or something, I don't know. Definitely a fight. Got everybody doing it.
Blacked out? Okay, so you didn't black out. I saw stars. Yeah, I know. I didn't go for
Right, we have to give some medical aid.
Yeah, I had a C67. No, today. Okay. Are you hurt anywhere else? Yeah, no. Can you pull the arm? Can you pull this arm out of the picture, please? You want to go to the hospital tonight? No. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah. What was your first name again, sir? Yeah, what's your last name, John?
GoPro record.
Everyone just calls me Cap, like Cappuccino.
GoPro record.
I am a 967.
Good man.
I'll let you know, bro. Chill out.
Come out on the video. Yeah. Say, you mean I gave him more than a couple offenses?
Are you on probation for a
How you doing today, man?
Hey, what's up, Sarge? How you doing? I haven't
Good
met
time.
you. I haven't met you.
Jeff.
JT Brandt. Nice.
Yep.
I have met quite a few of the officers, but I haven't met any sergeants yet. So,
All right.
and I dig your haircut, brother.
Thanks, brother. Who do you
my
shoot for?
my grandfather always wore a crew cut.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
You just freelancing?
Yeah, just freelancing. I have a little YouTube channel, do some stringer stuff.
Right on. What's your channel?
It's called Documenting Oceanside.
All right.
Do some fire department, police department, some homeless stuff, you know, documenting some of the stuff down at Oceanside Boulevard, things like that. But yeah, little hobby I picked up and
What's wrong with that?
something to do late at night, you know.
Beautiful night right now.
It's been so nice this last week. A little windy yesterday.
Oh, it was blowing.
It was
creepy.
super weird, right?
Wind freaks me out.
Yeah, but I know I got palm tree fronds to clean up this weekend. Now. Yeah. What do we have? This little a fight between these guys, or
Yeah. Got into a beef on the bus.
I heard over the radio about some dude with a sledgehammer. I didn't know if it was either of these guys.
No, I was unrelated. That all checked out okay.
Oh, okay, good. I have to say, every interaction I've had so far with an OPD officer has been real good.
That's what it's supposed to be, man.
You know what I mean? I don't know. You may or may not have seen other videos on the internet or whatever, but there are some interactions that happen between, well, like myself, free press or either press or whatever, but that just go bad, you know, either from one reason or another. People like myself, you push it maybe a little too far, or, and I'd be respectful to my distance and that kind of thing, but there's just some officers out there that push it even further, you know, so, and, you know, there's no reason why, you know, everybody can be cordial and still do their job.
Why I came over to say
You know
hi.
what I mean? Yeah, no, I appreciate that very much. I appreciate it very much. It was at Sadler and Eisenberg. I had a couple stops with them the other night. I did that. There was a big accident on Oceanside Boulevard. A guy ran up into that apartment building.
Oh yeah,
I filmed that one, and
that was my shift.
yeah, that was crazy. I stuck around for the end of that one where they inventoried the guy's car, and all the drugs and stuff they pulled out of that dude's car was incredible. I've never seen that much weed. But they were all great that night as well. So kudos, you know. I appreciate that.
There's been a couple of guys out there that have pushed it. If you look at them, they have pretty much negative interactions up and down the coastline. You're like,
Yeah. Look, I'm just a nice guy, you know. I mean, I want to be nice, and you want to be nice. That's great. Here's, you know, I don't know. I think where it gets is when people want to encroach on a scene or whatever. Like I ran up on Wilson the other day, and he was, you know, finishing up a scene about assault, burglary. They had evidence marked on the ground and stuff. And I walked out, and he's like, you know, I got a scene. I was like, all right, well, let's talk right here then. He was just perimeter watch or whatever. But that worked out real well. But, you know, some guys just want to be confrontational. And, you know, and like I said the other night, it's like if I have a small channel that has 150 viewers and I have good interactions with the police, then that's what it'll be, you know. You know, a lot of these
Yeah,
guys.
but that doesn't sell, does it?
Well, that's it. A lot of the guys go out. They'll have these interactions with the police, and they're cursing them out. And I mean, yeah, it's exciting, whatever. You know, these guys are having this conversation with police where, you know, normally, you know, everyday person wouldn't necessarily go up and just, you know, F this and F that and whatever. And it gets clicks, it gets people to watch, it gets YouTube views, you know, that kind of thing. But that's not how you're, you know, how you're supposed to be. You know. But we'll see, you know. It's been, like I said, it's been great so far. So somebody's doing something, and it reflects on the leadership as well. You know what I mean? On you guys and your lieutenants and captains and right? Who was a captain before? Is that right? Yeah.
Came up through the ranks.
Yeah. Well, that's good. He's an Oceanside native, right? He grew up here as well, so I think that's a good acquisition.
Challenging times right now.
Yeah, well, and again, I was just saying the other night, I hope we can get back to doing like, you know, coffee with a cop and stuff like that, you know, where the community can sit down and ask questions directly to some of the officers and see what's going on. So.
Community policing is where it's at, you know. As long as we listen to the community and respond to their needs.
Yeah, and I
know
think
who they are, you know.
sure. I mean, and that's all part of, as you say, community policing. And I think we're still a small town enough that we can get that kind of interaction, you know.
Some of the big cities do it really well too.
There are.
You know, it's a philosophy that you have to instill, and it takes generations to grow it.
Sure. But then you have even small town, even sheriffs, county sheriffs, and things like that, who you know, kind of push their weight around a little bit. You know, I'm walking down the street doing nothing, and somebody comes up and just says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I mean, I mean, and there's videos out there like that as well. You know, I mean, the guys are just walking around and get jacked up by whomever, by the police or sheriff or whatever, or for just taking pictures, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it's just kind of stupid stuff that really doesn't have to happen. You know what I mean? Somebody's ego gets in the way here, or somebody's ego gets in the way there. You know.
That's too short.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Absolutely. I'm hoping. Do you know? There's a few of those tents still there at Oceanside Boulevard. Which, you know, I understand there was only about 28 of those people that took vouchers. I mean, again, that's one of our issues is free will, right? I mean, they don't have to take it. It's available to them, and they're adults living their life. But everybody also wanted that area cleared out, right? So, do you know of any plans to further clear that out?
I don't know what their whole plans are right now. They
Yeah.
put me out here at night, man.
I know Chris
That's where I do
Rodriguez.
my best work.
Yeah, I know Chris Rodriguez.
Thanks, guys.
Is kind of one of the big proponents of pushing them out and getting this voucher program going. But you know, there was video of some lady shot video of them the other day moving all the rocks out.
Oh yeah.
You know,
They added, I think, 3 tents by moving across.
and people have moved in.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well.
They had to mark the street where the rocks are now, so that way if they move them again, we know how
Oh,
far
I got
they
you.
moved them.
I got you.
It's like, oh,
Yeah, just to see where their baseline was. That's crazy. That's real crazy.
So, oh, did he? That's sad.
So did both these guys go to the hospital?
No, just the one guy.
there's still a lot of people hanging out down here though too. I mean, I did it, but the sheriffs cover this though, don't they? Normally?
No.
No?
So the sheriffs have the the sprinter
Sprinkler.
and the coaster.
So the actual trains,
They have the tracks.
not the
Not the station.
depot. Right. I see. Yeah, I did one video down here once when there was a female sheriff that was here. She was rousting a bunch of people up off the sidewalk. I spoke to her for a few minutes, but it looks like he's gonna walk it off. Huh?
Yeah. All right.
They were all clear.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have it, but it was clear. So, all right. Thank you.
Thanks, we did our part.
Yeah.
Easy part. Well, that wraps that one up. Well, Sergeant Brent, I appreciate you. Be good. Be
Here's my
careful.
card, man.
Oh, thank you, Jeff Brent.
That's
Very
me.
nice. Perfect.
Let me throw this away, bro.
Yeah.
Documented motion style. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, everybody calls me Super G. My
Okay.
name's Gary, but everybody calls my buddies call me Super G.
Alright, Super
so
G.
I started doing this before the pandemic, and then had to homeschool my girls. So I had to take a
How'd you
year
like
off.
being a school teacher?
It sucked. That's why I didn't become a school teacher in the first place.
I
But
know. That's hard on kids, man. That social interaction.
it's probably been the worst year ever. I mean, obviously for a lot of different people, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's. I don't know.
But we're getting through it, and we're almost over the hump. I think getting back after summer is their plan, getting back to full-time school. So hopefully, you know,
No, my boy will do his whole senior year and never go to a class.
I can't.
They're gonna let him walk though.
That's probably heartbreaking. I mean, as a senior, junior, senior, no prom, you know, spring break, you know, graduation. It's got to be horrible. And then not being able to go into colleges, you know, to actually physically go and
I got one on the East Coast. It's
Yeah.
in a small town in Pennsylvania, and they baited him back at the end of summer and basically said, "Oh yeah, we're going back to school." Da da da. And when they got there, they would go to one class once a week for 1 hour.
really.
And there was like 5 kids in a auditorium, or you know, a lecture hall that was set up for like 250 kids.
Sure. That's horrible.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, even my kids are 6 and 8, and they're like distance learning. You know, we'll do the Zoom, you know, and they get a half hour of Zoom in the morning. They take attendance and say, "Here's your assignment for the day," and mom, dad, or whoever, here's a list of other things you have to check off. I mean, that's not teaching them. That's
no. They're checking boxes.
checking boxes, exactly.
That's it. All right, my man.
All right,
stay
Sarge.
safe.
See you next time.
I'll be here.
All right.